All we need is candles.
So we're keeping an eye on Texas. Tony KATZ, great to be with you. Facebook, Tony KATZ Radio. At least 26 people are dead. More are injured. Approximately 20 people hurt in this attack. Some guy walks in, Devin Patrick Kelly, Kelley, served in the U.S. Air Force, was dishonorably discharged, walks in and just starts shooting. We don't have a motive yet. We don't have anything yet, and I'm not a guy who engages in the speculation game. I leave that for other people who think that speculation is in any way a proper solution or a proper response to these situations. You can't replace the knowledge with speculation. It's not the way it works. Which brings us to social media because, man, there is a lot of hate in social media. There's a lot of hate for the NRA. There's a lot of hate for the Second Amendment. There's a lot of hate for firearms. And these shootings are happening. We can't say no that they're not happening. But the level of violence and vitriol in some of these responses is amazing. Well, Tony, it's not as violent as shooting up a church. Don't get me wrong. Nobody is condoning what happened. I'm also not going after the Second Amendment. It's not what I do. But I want to share with you two tweets. And the reason I share them with you is because they have gotten so much play. One from Chelsea Handler, the failed late-night talk show host. She failed. I mean, that's what happened. And it's not because she's not funny. It's because she chose not to be funny. She chose this. And the other one is from Wil Wheaton. You've seen him on The Big Bang Theory. Star Trek is where he made his claim to fame. He's got a wild Twitter following and, unfortunately, horrific and shameful politics. Let me give these to you. The first was, let's start with Wil Wheaton, because there was a tweet from Speaker Paul Ryan. And Paul Ryan said, reports out of Texas are devastating. The people of Sutherland Springs need our prayers right now. Wil Wheaton responds, the murdered victims were in a church. If prayers did anything, they'd still be alive. You worthless sack of... That's what Wil Wheaton said to the Speaker of the House. Chelsea Handler, she has got a whole different tweet. Hers is, innocent people go to church on Sunday to honor their God, and while doing so get shot and killed. What country? America. Why? Republicans. So you're kind of left to say, first of all, we don't know anything about the politics of this guy. So Chelsea Handler is ridiculous. If Chelsea Handler wants to say that Republicans do a better job of defending the Second Amendment, which is part of the U.S. Constitution, she's probably right about that. Defending the Second Amendment is always worthwhile. Absolutely important. It's amazing Chelsea Handler will do fundraisers for Planned Parenthood, abortion nowhere in the Constitution, yet she somehow thinks that that's the right above all rights. But, leave that to Chelsea Handler. The question is, what do you do about Chelsea Handler and Wil Wheaton? And my answer is nothing. You don't do anything about them. If it wasn't for what happened in Texas, I wouldn't have mentioned their names. If they wouldn't have come up, they're not a part of this show. They're not good programming. So why do I mention it now? Because 13,000 retweets and 46,000 likes for the Wil Wheaton tweet. 8,000 retweets and 29,000 likes for the Chelsea Handler tweet. These are people that others look to and put on a pedestal when horrible things happen. Oh, look, something horrible happened. Let's turn to horrible people to hear what horrible thing they'll say so others can then go crazy while they talk about it. Ignore them. There. I solved the problem. How do you handle a problem like Chelsea Handler? You ignore her. She has nothing to contribute, guys. She has nothing to offer us. She has nothing to offer anyone. Wil Wheaton doesn't offer anything. He's not offering a plan. He's not offering a strategy. Get rid of the guns. What's the plan? What's the strategy? How does this happen, Will? Bit by bit, piece by piece, play it out. Have you ever done it? Have you ever just gone to a diner, flipped over the placemat that they give you there? The Greeks, they love a good placemat. And then write out your plan. Share it with us. Put it on the back of a cocktail napkin. You got a plan. They have no plan. The plan is to scream and yell on Twitter. And the plan for way too much of America is to pay attention to these people when they do. You're going to see it all over your social media feed. That's why I'm telling you about it. I want to be helpful. Ignore them. Chelsea Handler and Wil Wheaton will never be a part of the solution. They will always be a part of the problem, which is people talking past each other and not engaged in a conversation. People who want to move their ideology and don't want to engage in facts. That has always been a problem. It's going to continue to be a problem. They are part of the problem. My advice to people who don't want to have a conversation but just want to scream and yell and blame and are only looked to in the very worst of times, ignore them. I appreciate you helping yourself in that way. I'm Tony KATZ.
We all have smartphones. There are smart